welcome to the Any Key Radio Show. I'm your host, Kenny Any Key Moore. This episode is the comedy episode. I'm going to deal with the art of comedy, and I have a special guest who's going to join me to talk about it. Before he does, let's get started with some music. Here's Andy Mineo with All We Got.
The same, I'm corner the game. Back and forth and back with the names. Recording pain, you play back. When the insecurities rang, and I ain't even got an answer, but the question remain. Why everything inside of my brain not applied, it's insane. But hey yo, I'm trying to change. Decided to ditch my strength and rely on the king. Mama said at the end of yourself is where it began. So I'm totally free, embracing my limitations. Wishing my heart moved the same pace as this information. I pray this ain't strange what I'm saying, but I'm trying to find a back door to your imagination. I'm here, let me in to be clear. I'm bringing something, make you wonder who's the one that gave the gifts that I bear. What happened next? I think about it. Do you ever? I can give you an answer, but a question, do you better like?
Have you ever loved the pleasures of this world when it's insanity? Yeah, 'cause it's killing me. Have you ever tried to be something you're not? 'Cause I've been searching for security. Oh, no, no, no. His love is all we got.
I'm trying to go from selfish to selfless. Not just thinking about my needs, but someone else's. All these pretty women in my city isn't helping. No matter how hot that body, one day it's melting, yo. A good lie got a little truth in it, so I'm trying to decide what's real and embellished. The money coming in, so everybody's good, fellas. I don't trust them, no phone numbers, tell them email us. Can you tell? I've been affected by this industry, numbers and CD sales. What the heck has gotten into me? I had to ask myself, what's a win for me? Do I worship God or what other people think of me? Sobering thoughts depleting my hot air. Thinking about this world when I'm not here. Will I treasure money or the moments that we shared? It's funny how seeing death can make life so clear. I got a girlfriend, but so long it feels weird. It's not like, yo, can I get to know you? More like meet my parents. I think I'm scared 'cause it's serious. And every time I tell somebody they trying to marry us, pump the brakes. I think I love her, but them words ain't been said still. 'Cause last time I did, things didn't end well. Plus, my past was #Ventril. It's time to grow up. You know what? I ain't trying to be another bum that's just scared of committing. Take everything from these women and go missing. I gotta kill the wicked part of my heart that keeps pimping. If I ain't got the strength, then I know where to get it. You live different when you know you've been forgiven. This love is forever, don't you ever forget it. You live different when you know you've been forgiven. This love is forever, don't you ever forget it.
Have you ever loved the pleasures of this world when it's insanity? 'Cause it's killing me. Have you ever tried to be something you're not? 'Cause I've been searching for security. Oh, no, no, no. His love is all we got. Please speak your mind. I'm wide open. Love you for you, girl. Let it be hard, girl. Lay it on the line. Tell me all your questions. Promise I won't judge you. Try not to judge me. Have you ever loved the pleasures of this world when it's insanity? Yeah. It's killing me. Have you ever tried to be something you're not? 'Cause I've been searching for security. Oh, no, no, no. His love is all we got. His love is all we've got. His love is all we've got.
Now joining me is Na'im Lynn. Na'im is a stand-up comedian and actor, originally from my hometown, Hillside, New Jersey, but now lives in the LA area. He's been in the comedy game for over 20 years. You probably know him as a member of the Plastic Cup Boys, who tours with Kevin Hart. You may have also seen him as an actor on the Starz series Survivor's Remorse, or heard him as a co-host on the Sirius XM radio show Straight from the Heart. Na'im, welcome to the Nikki Radio Show. Thanks for being on. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, my pleasure. First of all, before we even get into anything, with this whole COVID-19 situation going on, how's everything for you and your family?
Man, we hanging in there. Fortunately, nobody in my family has been sick or tested positive or anything like that. We're taking the necessary precautions, staying inside for the most part, only really going out to get groceries and, maybe to get some fresh air, but definitely keeping our social distance.
Good. Glad to hear everybody as well. So I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Normally, I have musical guests on, I have artists on, and things of that nature. And one of the first questions I ask them is, which you probably can relate to in your area. Tell me about your first memories when you first fell in love with comedy.
I was introduced to comedy at a really young age, probably about 5 years old, when Eddie Murphy was on Saturday Night Live, and that was really my introduction into laughter, period. And I was just a huge fan of him from day one. So I think the first movie I can remember ever seeing is Trading Places. My mom took me to see that, and I followed his whole career after that. Raw was my favorite stand-up special growing up. And then I was heading into Partners in Crime, Robert Townsend, whenever that came on. And then I led to Def Jam.
Gotcha.
And, it was just always my favorite thing. My favorite thing was to laugh and to make other people laugh.
Gotcha. So what was that moment when you realized that comedy was going to be your career?
When I realized comedy was going to be my career?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say, the first time I performed, I did so well that I felt like, every comedian, they have a horror story of their first time on stage. They say how bad it was. And because my first time on stage was so successful, I just felt like, I'm gonna be great at this. And then, I even had a little cockiness about it. And then I got some humble pie real quick the second time I performed. And I quit after that. And then I waited about 6 months to try again. And once I tried again, I did okay. And then it just kept getting better and better. And then I was like, yeah, this is it for me. This is what I want to do.
Got you. So tell me a little bit about your career arc and how you progressed into your comedy career. I know I saw an interview where you said you got started like on an open mic back at Temple. Is that right?
Yeah, I did a little show. It was a talent show at school. It wasn't really a talent show. They had this thing called Baptism by Fire, where it was just a platform for people to do some spoken word and some hip hop, dirty backpack crew shit. And it was really the only stage that I knew about. I didn't know about any comedy club. I didn't even know comedy clubs really existed. I didn't know nothing about that. And I didn't know where he worked. So that was the only stage I knew I could get on, because I knew the dude that did the show. And that's how it started for me. And then I did a few more shows at school. And one time a comedian named Ray, who hosted at the Laugh House in Philly, he invited me down to perform on the Thanksgiving show. And I went through and I did good. And then that's when I was introduced to my first comedy club, and then I just started going back there over and over again.
Gotcha. So tell me about a pinch myself moment, or a moment in your comedy career where it was like a dream come true moment for you.
There's a lot of those. I would say the first pinch myself moment I had was Will Sylvan's very funny comedian from New York. He had been on Def Comedy Jam a couple times. And, you know, I had just known him from from watching TV. And when I started to do the New York comedy scene, I met him, and he asked me to come do a show with him. Because there was like this thing we call a run. A run is where like you get a bunch of shows in close cities and you make a couple dollars. So they had a run where you go to like Rhode Island, you go to Providence, and then you go do the Comedy Connection in Boston. And you know, the headliners would get a nice little bit of money, whatever the money was at that time. I'm talking about maybe year 2000. You know, I don't know, maybe they was getting 500 or something, but I got $100, something like that. I don't know. So what they do is like the seasoned comics will find a new young comic to come and open for him. And he asked me to come with him, and I was just like, you know, I was really excited about it, and I was like, you know,
sure.
all encompassing, like, yo, you one of my favorite comedians. And I would say that's probably like my first pinch myself moment. Just the fact that somebody that was experienced and I was a fan of was giving me an opportunity to work with them. And then after that, let me see what I do. So when I first did Comic View, it was 2000. I had been doing stand for 2 years at the time. They gave me a call to be on the show, so that was huge. And you know, there's been a lot of things in my career where I could not really be excited about because I felt like I should have done it already.
Okay.
So like, like for instance, when I did my half-hour special, it was bittersweet. It's like, you know, I did Live at Gotham in 2008 on Comedy Central. They made me wait 4 whole years to do a half hour.
Wow.
When, to be honest, I was ready to do it right after I did the Live at Gotham. That was only an 8-minute set. And I just didn't have any enthusiasm behind it. And my performance showed that. My performance suffered because of that. So it's tough when you get things that you feel like you should have done already. And, you know, that excitement level just isn't there. But, you know, it's all a growing experience. You know, you got to treat everything professionally and get up there and do your thing. So, but I've had a couple of those moments.
What would you say would be one of those moments since you've been on your run with Kevin Hart and being a part of the Plastic Cup Boys?
Maybe when we started traveling internationally, you know, you show up at these shows internationally, you don't know what to expect, and you get there and the shows are great and the crowd is sold out. You know, that's pretty big, but I mean, he kind of professed all these things that he's doing a long time ago, and I believe him. You know what? Here's one. I got one. I came up with this show idea. Because one day we were on the road so much and we were doing a lot of driving. We would just be talking, and he was like, "Yo, if you ever got a show idea, just let me know, you know, because I can pitch shows."
Okay. So
I came up with this show idea, and he ended up pitching it, and he sold the show. And when that happened, I was just like, "Wow!" I couldn't believe it. He sold the show, and then it actually went to air for 6 episodes. It was called The Big House. And, you know, I was the mastermind behind that idea. So that was like, you know, that was very surreal. Couldn't believe that happened. But other than that, everything else is kind of like, yeah, I saw it coming. I saw the evolution of it. And when he told me he would be as big as he is now, 17 years ago, I believed it.
So I know being on the road can be a grind and can be taxing. And I can recall you had a moment recently on social media where you didn't want to be on the stage. Has that ever happened before?
I wouldn't say I don't want to be on the stage. I said that I wasn't missing the stage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, it is very taxing, and I was filming, and I hadn't been on stage for about 2 months, and I just wasn't missing it. You know, I was just like, I'm actually cool right now. But a big part of that is because we have to shoot our special. We shot a special last year. I had a great set, probably the best set I've ever filmed before. But for a few different reasons, we didn't release it. And because we haven't released it, I still have this material that I'm ready to be done with. And I can't get too far away from it because it still has to remain fresh. Because if you don't tell certain jokes for a while, then you start to forget them. And they have to be kind of fresh to me for when I do shoot my special, or it's going to be a repeat of 2012 where I'm
Gotcha.
not excited about something and go give a good performance. So until I can retire that, I can't fully get into building a new set. And until I can get there, then there's just the level of excitement is extremely low. That's what's exciting, creating. Doing the same show, then it just, you get tired of it. Sure.
And I'm glad you mentioned that about your set. So I always was curious. I write music, and so that's kind of a different, creative process. But I was always curious about how comedians went about their process of coming up with material. So talk to me a little bit about how you about your process of how you come up with your material for a set.
Well, for me, you can force the issue or you can let it come to you. Forcing the issue would be sitting down every night or sitting down with a notepad and just trying to think of stuff. And that's not really how I do things these days. Now it's more so, I'm sure it's the same if you're a musician. You just kind of, everything is, you always have your mind open, ready to accept material and information. So it's the same thing. Whereas you and your friend say something to each other and laugh about it, just go about your day, and that's it. You don't even think about it again. If something funny comes up to me, or I experience something that I feel like could be used on stage, I'm ready to receive that, and then I put it in my notes. And then when I go work on material, and sometimes I'll write. If it's a lot, the joke is kind of interesting, then I'll write it all out. But for the most part, I'll just take the premise, and then I'll go on stage at like an open mic or a workout room, and I just put it out there and just see what happens. Try to ad lib and make it funny. And the good thing about being on stage a lot is you start to come up with material while you're on stage. Like you might say something. It's something that the comedian Talent taught me. Well, he didn't teach me. He said it to somebody else, but I would listen.
Gotcha.
It's something that I've taken with me. When you throw out a new joke and we're working on some material, you get a big laugh. During that laughter is your opportunity to ad lib, because laughter usually doesn't come to a screeching halt. So if you say something good and they laugh, then you just kind of play with those out there, just let it marinate, ad lib a little bit, and you might come up with some more stuff.
Okay, so I've heard about tagging a joke. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
No, tagging a joke is tags come from someone else.
Okay.
So if Kevin or Spank or one of my friends is performing and I'm watching them and I'm listening to the concepts, their premises, and often when they say something else will pop in my mind. I get it. So and then vice versa.
Okay. Got it. So, what's next for you in terms of comedy and acting?
Well, I just finished filming this show, a new show for BET. It's a Tyler Perry show called Assisted Living. I finished filming that at the beginning of March, and it's supposed to come out on BET in July. I don't know if the quarantine and the virus and all that stuff is going to delay that, but I don't think that it should. I think we should be okay. Because, like I said, we finished filming, editing. One person can do that. So I think we'll be good. The plan was I was supposed to shoot this special again on April 11th, but they closed everything down. So, I was looking forward to a big coming out party this summer because my special should have been dropping around the time the show came out. But once again, that's pushed back. And then, with the special thing, now you kind of stuck between the rock and the hard place. It's like you want to have some new material, but I'll save that for our upcoming tour.
Okay.
But, stuff that you're excited about, you want to kind of include that in your special, but you can't. You can't do that because, I like to just write more material. If I tell jokes on my special that we're about to do on the tour, then when they see me perform on the tour, they're like, oh, I heard that already. Right.
Okay. So there is going to be another Plastic Cup Boys tour with Kev?
Yeah, it's just his tour, and we'll be opening for him.
Gotcha. Well, I'll be looking forward to that, and hopefully you guys come back to Jacksonville because when I got to see you the year before in Jacksonville, it was hilarious. I really enjoyed myself. So as we wrap up, tell my listeners how they can connect with you and keep up with you on social media.
Everything for me is Na'im the Star. That's NaimThestar. Na'im the Star. That's Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that stuff. Same name.
Dope. Well, I really appreciate a few minutes of your time and taking me into the comedy game and taking my listeners into the comedy game a little bit. Looking forward to seeing you on BET. Much success, and look forward to seeing you out there on that road.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks for being on the N-Key Radio Show. That was Na'im Lynn. Really appreciate him taking some time and walking us through his comedic journey. Now it's time to get back into some music. We're going to get into My Life by the Walls Group right here on the N-Key Radio Show.
I don't wanna be that lie to make you second guess who I'm representing. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not ashamed to confess. I just want you to see that I'm trying and know it's not a game. Ain't gonna lose no sleep over what people say. Just let me live my life. You ain't give me my life. Nah, you can't tell me what's right. You ain't laid down. 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 He made me great, so let me be great. Oh, he made me great, yeah. So let me be great. Greater is he than me. He made me great. Ooh, yeah. So let me be great. He made me great. So let me be great. Why?
Please don't take offense, but I just think it needs to be said. Y'all don't really get the picture. Focus your attention on what really matters instead. Believe it or not, I'm with ya. Don't get too caught up in what you see on the gram. I will stay high for him, 'cause that's just who I am. You ain't give me my life. Nah, you can't tell me what's right. You ain't laid down. You ain't laid down.
to fix me, Lord. Hey, oh, Lord, fix me. Oh, Lord, fix me. Oh, Lord, fix me. Yeah, fix me, Jesus, fix me. Listen to a story about a situation. Some trouble with a lady. She was stripped to the ground cause she was messing around. But all of her accusers, they all were hiding something. Jesus looked up at them and said, you all got your sins. She knew that this would be the moment that her soul would be forgiven. She said, oh, Lord, fix me. Yeah, Lord, I'm crying now. Yeah, yeah, fix me. Yeah, yeah, oh, Lord, fix me. Yeah, yeah, fix me, Jesus, fix me. Hey, listen to this right here. Can I tell my story? Tell your story. I was in a situation. At the church for Monday, it was looking funny. I couldn't see my way through when every payment was due. Now I look back and wonder, hey, just how I made it over. And now I'm justifying. He has always provided from the top to the bottom. He's the answer to the problem. When you say, open your mouth and scream it loud, fix me. Under the truth. I need Lord. I need you to fix me, Jesus. Fix me, Jesus. I want you to fix me. Check it out right here. Listen. Can we keep it real talk? We all got our situation. Some need a healing. Some got the heater. Somebody's family need a miracle for all the stuff they're dealing with. But the devil is a liar. You are an overcomer. You can take it from there. You got help on the way. There's a blessing with your name on it. Put your claim on. Believe, 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 believe and cry out. I'm in need. I want you to fix me, Lord. Fix me, Jesus. Fix me, Lord. I'm calling out to you. I really need you. I need you like a river needs water. I need you like the air I breathe. Ooh, Lord, yeah. I tried it on my own, yeah. Almost made a mess of myself. But I'm standing in the need for you to fix me. Lift your voice and say, me, I'll never break you. This is what will make you. Don't quit and don't give in. You're more than this, yeah. You win. Darkness comes, so you'll appreciate the light. So don't give up the fight. I won't give up on God. He's been too good. Oh, good. I won't give up on God. He's been too good. When it seems like it's crashing down around me, walls closing in and I cannot breathe. No, it's an illusion. I'll trust in things that I cannot see. Let my faith carry me. Can't give up now. I've come too far, yeah. Come on, put your hands together. Get up out that seat. Get excited. If you know God's been good and you know he'll never fail, stop crying, stop worrying, stop complaining, and start praising. Let's go. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep the faith. You win. You win. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep the faith. You win. You win. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't give in. You can't stop. Keep the faith. Oh, you win. You win. Don't give up. Don't you quit on God. Don't give in. He'll never quit on you. He's faithful and accountable. Don't give up. He won't fail. He won't fail. Trust God. You can't give up. He's been so good. He's been too good.
Through everyday trials of life, the enemy will have you question your very existence. So I come to encourage you, the believer, that God
made me. He made me who I am.
come on and say it with me. God made me.
God made me.
He made me.
He made me who I am.
Put a smile on your face and lift your head and
God
say,
made me.
He made me.
He made me who I am.
You may be feeling down, but pick yourself up and say it.
He made me who I am.
So repeat these words after me. Say it.
I'm a conqueror.
I am a conqueror.
I'm victorious.
I am victorious.
I won't be stopped.
Come on, say it to yourself.
I won't be stopped.
Say I'm a believer.
I'm a believer.
I'm an achiever.
I'm an achiever.
I won't be blocked.
I won't be blocked.
Don't let the devil steal your joy.
Be blocked.
And you know why? Because God
made me.
I see you sitting there with your head hung down, wondering what tomorrow is going to bring. But if God cares for the lilies of the field and the fowl of the air, ask yourself, how much more does he care for me? That's why you can say, I am an achiever. There's nothing that can block my progress. Come on, Mississippi Mass, I don't think they heard you say it. I am a conqueror. I am victorious. There's nothing that can stop God's plan. There's nothing that can stop God's purpose for your life. I believe in a risen Savior. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Come on, say it. Now, if you believe it, stand and lift your hands and say it. Come on and say it. Lift your voice and say it. Sing it. Come on, open your mouth and declare it. Yes to your will, Lord. Yes to your will, Lord. My soul says, yes in the morning. It's yes at noontime. Yes in the evening. Yes late at night. My soul says yes. Does your soul say yes? Yeah, hey, hey. God made me. God gave me. He raised me up. He sent my soul. He made me in his image. He gave me power. He raised me up. I'm glad in it. So you ask yourself, does God really care for me? He does. So there's no need to be ashamed of who you are. You can stand in confidence and declare to the world that God made me who I am. Hallelujah. Come on and say it. Come on and declare it. God made me. I see you in your car. Come on and say it. I see you in your house. Say it. I see you on your job. Say it. God made me. Now I think there's another yes in your spirit. Say it. Yeah. Hey. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey. Come on, lift your hands and say it. Come on. I'm a conqueror. I'm victorious. I can't be stopped. I won't be stopped. I'm a believer. I'm an achiever. I won't be blocked. Come on, everybody, lift your hands and declare it. So when everyday trials come to tear you down, stand and declare to yourself that greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. I am a conqueror. I am victorious. I am an overcomer. And God made me who I am. Oh, come on, give him praise. Oh, I dare you to give him glory. I dare you to lift your hands and open your mouth.
That was God Made Me by the Mississippi Mass Choir. And before that was Good by Carla Martin, Fix Me by Tim Bowman Jr., and Praise Groove by Kim Burrell. Now it's time to wrap up the show with any key music moment. In these days of times of the COVID-19 pandemic, being able to laugh is something that is needed now more than ever. It seems like every day we're hearing so much bad news. People being lost to the virus, jobs are being lost, and the economy is really taking a hit, etc. It is so necessary to take some time to enjoy life. So check out a comedy special on Netflix, YouTube, or on demand. Do some fun things with your family and friends, and take some time to laugh. Laughter is medicine. In the days we are living in right now, it is medicine that is needed now more than ever. So that's it for this episode of the Any Key Radio Show. I want to thank my guest, Na'im Lynn, for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, or like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like your music to be featured on the show, send an email to kanmmusicpub@gmail.com. Again, that's kanmmusicpub@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, rate, and review on whatever outlet you listen to, and let me know what you think of the show, and so we can get alerts when new episodes are available. You can connect to me on social media at Coach_AnyKenny. That's Coach_ANYKENY on Twitter and Instagram, and on my Facebook music page, Any Key Music, spelled ANY, capital KE, lowercase b, lowercase n, and capital Y. So until next time, remember, be positive on purpose.